Hey everybody, it's lovely to see you. It's Tuesday evening over here, but no matter which part of the world you are from, it's GM anytime in Web3, and you know this. So today I'm excited to be back with an amazing conversation with an amazing person. And without much further ado, I'm going to introduce Anna Liu to you. Hi Anna, how's it going?
Hi, glad to see you. Hello, everyone. Yeah, super excited to be here to be part of this streaming. Um, Let me briefly introduce myself. First of all, I'm the Bitcoin maximalist, and I truly believe that that's the main cryptocurrency we have. I've been in crypto since 2017, and I've been working for biggest companies such as Binance, Huobi, MXC, IDEX, and many others. So right now, I'm head of marketing in FreeCity, and later on, I'm gonna tell you what FreeCity is.
Yes, I'm excited to hear all about FreeCity, but which part of the world are you speaking to us from right now?
Yeah, right now I'm in Bali. This is my home base. I live here in this island for like almost 1 year so far. Yeah, but I'm Russian. Um,
We're all global citizens at the end of the day, aren't we? We're like around the world. I
yeah,
think
that's
this
true.
question of where are you from does not even work anymore. Like it's so old these
Exactly. For
days.
this generation, it's not working anymore.
100%, yeah. Well, I did visit Bali a month ago. I was there, and that's when I met one of your team members. And it's so exciting,
Okay.
it's so vibrant. I really love the Web3 scene over there, the strength of the community. It's unlike anything I've seen anywhere else in the world. And this year, I have particularly been traveling across the world for so many crypto conferences, NFT, Web3 events, etc. But I just found the crowd in Bali, and I'm not just saying because you're like living there for a year. I truly feel this, and I'm part of like so
Yes,
many
it feels
Bali
different. Definitely.
communities. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? What is it? It's like people are so just chill, but at the same time, they're
I don't
excited to try
know. They're
something new.
just so relaxed. I mean, most of the people you've met, they came here from somewhere because, like, the Balinese crypto community is not that huge. It's quite tight, and the vibe is really special. Like maybe because we're not only concerned on the material part of the world, but we also like kind of spiritual. This Bali, Bali stuff. Yeah, so I think that's the main reason why it feels different. And people here, they're really open-minded and they're super friendly. They're open for any kind of communications and collaborations. Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel that as well. And I think just 3 or 4 days in Bali, and not even the entire Indian, I wasn't even in Jakarta, but just being in Bali itself, the number of connections I've made, and these were just not connections which said, hi, bye, that's it. We really have started building something and creating stuff. And I found that so powerful. People are keen to stay in touch and introduce each other to projects and collaborate. But I think that's a nice segue into being really social and networking in this space. It's so important, right? At the end of the day, Web3 itself is a very tight knit and small community, and within that, it's a lot of who knows who are you friends with, who do you communicate. I mean, then you would never know like which is the next project that you are working in.
Exactly. Maybe you just skipped one of the next jumps. You will never know. So yeah, of
Yeah.
course. This is why you better be kind. And I mean, if we support each other, that's gonna make our lives easier and we can progress, we can grow together. And then once you are unicorn, you tell me, oh, I remember you. I've met you in Bali. You were nice to me. I'm gonna be nice to you. So that's basically how we act here. Yeah, which is different from other places I've been to. I mean, I lived in China for 10 years and that was different.
Okay, how
Everyone
different
was
was it?
compete. Sorry?
How different was it?
It was really competitive. Like everyone was trying to compete with each other. Like I didn't announce we are playing, we are having this game. I thought we are friends. But then all those under table games starting to appear, and it's like it's sucking my energy. I don't really have time, and I don't want to play those games. I'm going to build my business, my project, my community, wherever. So I don't want to spend any time in playing those games. That, well,
Yeah.
actually, for me, that's the main point. Yeah.
Yeah, I think some cities generally are really competitive, and some cities is within their culture to be a little more laid back and put people first rather than the financial aspects of stuff. Let's dive a little bit about what you guys are doing in Free City, because the concept sounds really interesting. I love the term social fi. I don't know much about it, and I'm here to learn a lot from you. So let's dive right into that.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, so if we talk about what Free City is and how it will affect our lives, I mean, I'm absolutely in love with this introduction of Free City. So, actually, our users, they already tagged us as the future of the social media, and it sounds really big, but let's start this discussion with defining what is Free City. And we are the social audio platform with play to earn and chat to earn features with our built-in market and NFT marketplace. And we also gonna build our metaverse very soon with its NFT land plots, etc. So, yeah, most of our time we are using social media to connect with friends, family, workmates, and to find someone to talk to. We used social media to share what is happening to the world and what is the current trend. We used social media to share some funny things, videos, reels, whatever. Um, yeah, but the thing is that we are not getting rewarded for doing all of these things, and instead that we spend money to entertain ourselves, which sounds super unfair to me. Yeah, so Free City was made to make people gain something by doing all of the above things I mentioned. And so this is social media and connecting with people. So imagine yourself getting rewarded by cryptocurrencies just by talking to people. Yeah, so what's going to be the first feature of Free City, and we are releasing the application by the end of this month, I think by the end of this week. So the first feature is going to be, it's like something between Clubhouse and TikTok. So you're gonna create the audio chat room. You for that you're gonna need the microphone NFT. It will have 2 grids of energy, which is equal to 20 minutes streaming. So while you are streaming, you're earning money. You're earning FCR tokens, which are going to be our utility tokens. Yeah. um while that your followers from whatever that you can tell your friends to join or family members, it's not that necessary actually, so they can listen to you singing, chatting with your mom or colleagues, or maybe you just sitting in your room and you are quiet, it's fine, or maybe you're meditating, whatever. It just do whatever you want to, whatever you feel to do. And I'm pretty sure that everyone will have their own audience there. It's really easy to become the influencer inside of the Free City, because we do not like limit you. You can be yourself, like truly yourself. And the part I love is that there will not be any video or pictures. So to somehow represent yourself, you will have the 3D avatar, which is going to be highly customizable. You can change the makeup, the hairstyle, the outfits. For example, there will be some Arabic clothes, there will be some Indonesian traditional costumes. Yeah, and many brands are going to collaborate with us. We're already negotiating, so you can be super stylish inside of FreeCity. And those are going to be NFTs, so you can sell and buy them inside of our NFT marketplace. For the FCR tokens, yeah, you can also gift it to a friend. For example, I don't know, I entered your chat room and I'm really enjoying the conversation, even though I only can listen to you. So I can send you some gifts, and later on you can exchange it to FCRs as well. So you see, those simple actions can bring you benefit. And this is where I think that the FreeCity is actually going to be the game changer very soon. Because let's say we talk about Southeastern Asian countries, the salaries in this region are super low. They're, I don't know, maybe they're receiving 200 or 300 bucks monthly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the information out of my research. So while the Steppen hype, it was like super easy for them to make some money. And with the FreeCity, they don't even need to go outside. They can stay home. They can still be busy with what they do, and they can stream. Of course, I think that people who already have some followers, so audience, they still gonna have a little bit more opportunities. Like they're gonna start earning faster. But yeah, still comparing to any other streaming platform, in FreeCity, you start monetizing your account like from the first minute, no matter how many people you have in your room. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's in
that's
short.
very interesting. That's very exciting, and I think that was one of the reasons why, even if you looked at Southeast Asia, I think this is one of the most well-known and well overused examples, which is Axie Infinity during COVID lockdown. And there was a huge community from the Philippines where you could, and a lot of the grocery stores were shut down, and then store owners started playing and earning. So that concept of play to earn has been there even before that, but then it just blew up after people started knowing about Axie Infinity, and they could actually make money just by playing and selling their NFTs and tokens, etc. So that's an exciting part of stuff, which is being able to enjoy something, but at the same time, you don't just enjoy and pay someone else for you to enjoy. If you are being part of a platform and you are being active in it, it just makes so much sense to get something out of it. So might as well. It might not be your main source of income, but at some stage you are getting compensated for your contribution. Now let's come into this
Exactly.
space of NFTs, right? So we have the NFT boom started happening early last year, and sometime early last year it was, it was a matter of actually very easy to start earning profits with your NFTs. It's word of mouth. A lot of NFTs did not even have utilities. It was pure word of mouth networking. People bought into
Yes.
it and then they blew up, right? But right now, community building is becoming much more tricky. It is, especially in a bear market, it is much more tricky to get people engaged in communities. So how does Free City come into that and help solve this challenge?
Yeah, so I agree on that part. It's actually becoming more difficult comparing to previous periods of time to get users, especially those who are already aware of what crypto is and NFT. Because me personally, I mean, I'm in crypto for so long, but for me, most of the NFTs are just JPEGs. I don't get it. How a couple of pixels can cost that much? That's something which is feeling super wrong to me. So yeah, if the NFT has no utility, I don't need it. This is why we don't just do JPEGs. So first we had our drop with Bybit NFT last month. So we sold around 2,000 NFTs. Those were our violent squirrels. So you can say that those were like kind of a community badges. So it will bring the benefits in future to the user who hold that NFT. For example, he can easily be he will be automatically whitelisted for our IDO, and in future he will get the discount for the NFT microphones. So it will shorten the period of the of getting the investment return for him. Yeah. So And if we talk about community, so us as the social fi platform, it's actually easier comparing to just play to earn projects, because a lot of influencers, they already agreed to work with us. So we gonna educate them, we gonna educate our community, so we are not only chasing the web 3.0 users. um, we interact with our web 2.0 users, we're bringing them to the next stage, we tell them what crypto is, what blockchain is, what benefits they can achieve using our platform. And of course, when we say that it's just that easy, because that's just that easy, they look forward to for our application to be released, and they're feeling excited, so am I. Yeah, so we already signed up over like 2,000 influencers from around the globe. Like, not all of them are super big, but they have their audience, they have their people, followers. That's actually how we're gonna build the core of our community. And then just imagine, once you start streaming, just imagine that your smartphone is somewhere on your table right now and the audio room is turned on. You can already earn FCRs with us and exchange it inside of the application. So those who are from Web 2.0 field, they can buy crypto inside of our application. We have our partner Mikuro, who provides us with this kind of services. So they will know exactly how to get their stable coins, how to convert their FCRs to stable coins, etc. So we are really trying to make it as simple as it possible for everyone. So even my grandmother can use it. I don't know if she need it, but she can use it. And it's like, I even asked her, and she told me that it's like, yeah, I got it. I got it. It sounds good. And she's like 80 years old. Can you imagine?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how, like, one by one, we're going to attract users to our platform. Like, once they understand that they can earn with us, they will tell their friends.
Yeah,
That's it.
I think the at the essence of it all, as long as people do understand that there are real world utilities and real life examples, usage for a lot of things that are built in the metaverse or in Web3, it's easier for people. I think it's increasingly easy for adoptability to happen. But until the fact that people see a real case scenario, then that becomes a challenge. And I think that's a nice segue to really talk about mission focused NFT projects, because I really want to get into BRAVA NFT as well. So for me, mission focused NFT projects are a unique way to connect people. And that's because, there are people from across the world, and there might be just one idea that connects all of them, and sometimes it could be one particular mission or one particular
Mhm.
charity. So in that way, when we come to Brava NFTs, we have two goals. Number one is to help end sexual violence and domestic violence. So the NFT characters that you see on the screen, like right below here, these are the Brava NFTs, and we can see that all of them have a particular scar on their face or a bandage, or they have like cyborg eyes. So they are kind of like broken in a way, but that's only because they're all survivors of sexual and domestic violence. But instead
Yeah,
of
before I
using
knew that.
the yeah, they're very cute. They're cyberpunk characters, but instead of like using their injury as a weakness, or their trauma as a weakness, they actually use them as superpowers. So that's the story behind Brava. So we tried to make it very lighthearted, very interesting, although sexual and domestic violence is a very heavy topic. So that's one aspect of our mission, to partner with charities to do a lot of great work on ground. The second aspect of it is try to get people to visualize what could be possible on ground when people around the world with one mission, that who are in line with the mission, can do
Mhm.
like groundbreaking work. And it's a point of connection. So with like growing enthusiasm in crypto and NFT space, we wanted to like gather people, boost their confidence, get them to actually organize on ground events. Where do you see mission focused projects in the free city universe? like Brava.
So actually, yeah, I think that because previously you mentioned you're gonna build a DAO for your project, and we also gonna do we're gonna do the same. We're gonna create the DAO. So I think, and if we speak about the charity part, so imagine I'm just gonna be back to that example I used before. Like your smartphone is next to your computer, and some people are listening to us right now. So let's say you're not gonna use your personal account, but this is going to be your commercial account from your Brava project, and then those money you got after the streaming, we do some charity for people who's in need for this money. So that's how I see this kind of cooperation, and this is another easy opportunity to help someone. That's how I see it. Yeah, because right now I'm also thinking about doing some charity in Indonesian region, because there are so many people who are really struggling, I'd say, because in Bali, I'm pretty sure you only went to the places they're like only happy and nice people who is wealthy, healthy, etc. But there are some regions they don't really have food to eat. Yeah, so Free City is gonna help some families and schools in Indonesia and Philippines.
Yeah, I really feel that at the end of the day, whatever we do in Web3, we are only 1 or 2% of the entire world, and we tend to be the most. I think in a position that we can explore with innovation and be able to chat about such stuff and create things. But there are communities, especially when it comes to domestic and sexual violence, where we are talking about communities where they do not even have connectivity. They don't have access to the internet. So there is
That's
no point talking about awareness in an echo chamber with the people who. So one of the things that we do as a project is also something called the Brava Soldier Program, where each individual owner of the NFT gets
uh-huh.
to um, organize their own on-ground event. So there was an
Oh,
amazing person. Yeah, a couple of months ago,
that's
a
really
Brahma
amazing.
holder. Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. Her name is Teju, and what she did
Mhm.
was she organized an on-ground event for 40 women to talk to them, to create awareness about domestic violence. She invited lawyers, she invited government officials, and Brava sponsors them with the financial backing as well as the merchandise, whatever like promotional needs that they have. So we have ambassadors across the world who use their own Brava as ambassadors to do these on-ground events. So at the end of the day, it doesn't just stay in in the Web3 space. So that's just one story where we're talking about one particular NFT projects, but I believe that there are so many other mission-focused, charity-focused projects that hopefully will do a lot of groundbreaking work. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, you can find more information about that event on Brava's Twitter page. It's in pinned post. Yeah, you can find it easily. And that's amazing. I mean, how many people does same? Very few. Couple of them. Because like, okay, in my country, let's say, we don't even talk about it. It's like if if the woman starts talking about something like that, she will feel ashamed, not the community that they allowed this situation to happen to her, but she will feel guilty and super shitty. I'm sorry. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
and
wrong.
it's not just, and based on our research, we digress a little bit, but then yeah, based on our research, it shows that it doesn't just happen to communities in the so-called third world countries. It happens to a lot of women who are in amazing positions in their life, who are confident, who are in
Yes,
senior
really.
roles, and even then talking about domestic and sexual violence. And this happens to men as well. I was in a Twitter space not so long ago. This was a Twitter space that was held with a lot of men from across the world, but I think the hosts were from Nigeria. So they
Mhm.
had policemen, they had government officials. There were about 400 men on the Twitter space talking
Uh-huh.
about domestic violence, about their wives inflicting violence upon them, and they haven't been able to go out and talk about it because it's so frowned upon. They can't go when they go to the cops, they go to the station and complain about something like that. They people laugh at them.
Yes,
You're telling me
yes,
your wife
that's
is
what
teaching you
happens.
something,
It happened to me when I was younger, and I mean, usually women in Russia, they keep silent, they keep quiet, and they're like, no, I still love him, whatever. If that's your partner who did that, so yeah, I was like, no, I'm not looking good. I cannot go outside. I'm not gonna talk to police. But right now, in how many years? Like a lot of years later, I understand that this is the wrong strategy. You need to speak out. You need to make people know what's going on around. Maybe this is how you save someone else in future by preventing that kind of situation.
Yeah, it starts from one person, it starts from one community, but we are so glad that we are having this conversation right now. I just want to remind the people who are watching this live AMA session that if you've got any questions, you want to drop a hello, you want to ask anything to Anna over here, please go ahead and put it on the comment, whether you're watching it on LinkedIn or whether you're watching it on YouTube, and we will bring that up. Did I hear someone? Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. Hi, Letitia. It's lovely to have you on the live AMA. All right. So the next question I have for you, Anna, is where do you see the space going? Like, I think even with the Web3 space, speaking about what's going to happen in the next like 2 years, it's so far fetched because the space is growing so fast. But
So
where do you
fast.
see this space go in the next 6 months?
In the next 6 months, okay, so that's gonna be the beginning, not the beginning. Okay. Well, I don't really think that in half of the year there will be a lot of changes. But what I think is that now it's like it looks more like a bearish market to me, which affects the development of the Web3 definitely. So we definitely gonna see less of the scam projects because there's not much opportunities for them to scam someone. During the bear market, people usually build big projects who are definitely gonna become unicorns and next jumps, like you can see from Near, Solana, and Dot experience. They started building their projects back then when it was bear market, and now they're like super huge, super famous, and everybody is working with them. Yeah, so I think in half of the year we will see a lot of projects with high potential. Yeah, actually, I'm always looking for them, and now is the period of time when I'm spending more time on that part. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I really feel like every bear market is the creators market. So this is the time we come up with ideas to come together, we create, we collaborate, we innovate. We don't really spend our money in like buying stuff and flipping things, but this is the time you actually find people who are still staying because it's like weeding off whoever that's not really intended to be here, right? So it's a great time. If you look in the bear market, activity seems to be low, but whoever who is staying still here are the people who are actually building cool
They
stuff.
will get
So let's
rewarded.
yeah, and these are the people hopefully they would get rewarded. Let's talk about creators. How easy or how challenging is it to, in your experience, onboard people to Web3 to start building stuff as creators?
Okay, so let's start that. Now I define it to like to build a team who will develop it for you and to create the community who's gonna use your product. It's super challenging. So to find an experienced person in Web 3.0 field is still very challenging. So, guys, I know that it's bear market, but this is the time of a lot of opportunities. And in case you are one of the professionals in Web 3.0 field, hit me in my DMs, drop me your CV. Maybe you are my future teammate. Who knows? Well, actually, you never know. That's how I got one of my best employees last year. I was also joining some kind of AMAs, and then the guy saw me and dropped the CV. We had the interview, and he was just amazing. He's still with me. Yeah, so it's super difficult because everyone is just a freelancer right now. So he's trying to take this project, that project, everything, and then he or she cannot deliver on time. That makes difficult. But once you created the the good core team, you will see that you will grow super fast. So yeah, it takes time to find the right people, but once you find them, okay, you can relax and you can focus on building the community and onboarding the users. um, for this, as I mentioned before, I think that right now the cost of one user, it actually increased as I see that. But still, if you know how to get the traffic, and not many people knows how to do that, it's quite easy. I mean, I've been in marketing for my entire life, and it's just all right with me. Sometimes getting challenging, should admit it.
Yeah. Well, I really want to highlight one of the things that you said because I am in line with what you were saying. This is there are a lot of opportunities in Web3 for creators, and that's especially true because when Web3 started, it was built by engineers for engineers. So even if you look at a lot of websites that have been built, a lot of apps or decentralized applications, they are built by engineers for engineers, and people find it. So common people who come into the space, who just enter the space, they find it very tricky. They find it challenging to navigate through all this, connecting the wallets and going into discords and starting conversations and even going through websites and terminologies, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Simplifying tech language into something a common person understands, the power of storytelling. That is why, a lot of copywriters are needed in this space. A lot of designers are needed in this space who understand the UI and the UX of Web3 product design. So that is really important. One of the organizations that I work with, Decentology, they have started a DAO called the Hyperverse DAO,
Uh-huh.
and they focus on teaching people education about Web3 knowledge. So free workshops attend. So people who have been designing websites for Web2 all their life, now there is an opportunity to upscale yourself, up level yourselves, and start working for Web3. And that is where the opportunity is. Copywriters who have been writing in agencies, advertising agencies, marketers who have been working in ad agencies, upscale yourself, learn about these new platforms, and
Yeah,
that's where the opportunity is.
you don't even need to go to another university to get your another degree there. No, you just need to spend a while to understand what blockchain, what Web 3.0 means, and what value it can bring to you. That's it. So yeah, of course, those who understands that they still need to spend some time for getting those knowledges, they will definitely find a place in Web 3.0.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for this kind of people because I'm tired of lazy guys and girls who's like, yeah, on the interview, he or she knows everything. He is agreed to do whatever I'm gonna ask to. But when it comes to the real stuff, no. They just here for salary. No, this is really a huge world, an entire epoch, I'd say, and you just grab the opportunity, and in a
Yeah.
couple of years, you are not going to need to work anymore. I'm
Yeah.
sure about that.
It's so true because and I've done this poll with about close to 90 people very recently, asking them, what is it that you are doing right now and what frustrates you about your job. And a lot of these people who are Web3 enthusiasts but are still worried about getting into the space, and when I ask them what frustrates them about their job right now, they all tell me the same thing. I'm frustrated about how my boss is asking me to work for 14 hours a day. I'm frustrated about how there are no new challenges at work. I'm frustrated that there's no work freedom. I want to take my laptop and work somewhere. I'm frustrated about the fact that my boss is not, interested in the cause and mission, but he's more interested in just saying yes to the clients and making money. Great. Now, all these are frustration points. They are very Web 2. What are you doing about it? Are you learning something new? Are you upscaling? Are you upskilling? Are you connecting with other communities to get out, put yourself out of the situation you are in right now and bring yourself to an organization that's more in line with your vision? And the answer is no. So, what is it that you think is that nudge that's needed to get people out of wherever they are right now
Time.
to go?
Time.
Time.
Time is needed. Okay. An excellent example gonna be Bitcoin. How many people told you that they had that friend who was talking about Bitcoin 12 years ago and was asking if he or she wants to buy Bitcoin, I don't know, thousands of Bitcoins for $10? I know so many people. Now they're all loving to tell this kind of story. They all have this FOMO, like super strong FOMO. And yeah, you will see the next wave in a couple of years when the Web 3.0 is going to be already like super strong and it's going to be adopted in our lives. You will see them again. They will say, "Oh, I remember someone was talking about Brava, but I didn't hear to that person." So that's what's going to happen. So it just needs time. And also, if we speak about opportunities, not everyone can be rich and wealthy. So okay, I don't need everyone to know it. It's fine with me. But if the person is curious, he will understand that this is the thing he need to study about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very, very interesting. I think the FOMO factor is so true, the fear of missing out. But then the fear is not really enough for people to push them into doing something better for themselves. And I guess what you're saying might be right. It could be actually time. It just people got to just, I guess, see whatever is happening and convince themselves. And it just takes time for people to become believers in this space or believers of what they can actually do for themselves. Talking about self, let's talk about our virtual self compared to our IRL self. Okay,
Let's do that.
so you are building Free City, and Free City, it's going to be rewarding people who are engaging in a space. It's amazing because we all use social platforms, but unless you're an influencer who has tied up with multiple brands or you got hundreds of thousands of followers, you don't really
Yes.
get anything out of it. Um,
Yes, we are those who buy something from those influencers and those brands, but we never earn anything.
yeah, we
Yeah.
don't earn anything. Yeah, how exactly is a person able to influence when they just start out in Free City?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, to start, there will be like different modes of playing. So if you want to monetize from the first minute, you will need to buy the microphone NFT. So those microphone NFTs, there will be 5 different levels of those. The higher level will be, the more time of streaming you will have, the more tokens you will, let's say, mine. Yeah, I'd say it's like, if those, I think it's kind of a mining. Yeah, just for easy understanding. So
Yeah,
yeah, in 1 hour you can earn what you can earn, I don't know, maybe in 2 weeks in your office. And
yeah,
as I mentioned before, um, we are not requesting you to have thousands people listening to you in your chat room. No, it can only be you and me, and it's fine. We just listening to each other. It's fine, because in one streaming room there can be up to 5 hosts, so 5 people can engage, and the rest are listening to them. Yeah, this is
yeah.
why I
It's pretty
told
much
you
like
that.
this. Like this is a streaming room, and then I could potentially be doing this in Free City with my microphone NFT, and I could actually be getting money out of this. It's, instead of putting out free content, right? Now, is there any way that now one of the biggest issues with social media we saw on Web 2 is that not all influencers were really nice people in real life, right? There was always this thing about, oh my God, I met this person in real life and it's such a hole, or I met this person and or there were people who were influencing the negative stuff. So is there going to be some kind of character assessment that's going to be happening before we?
This is really difficult to predict because we cannot impact on the people's nature. I mean, there always will be some good and bad people. They will have different moods. Even me, I was super happy and excited in the morning. Later on, I got like some problems, let's say, and it of course it affected on me. That it affects on how I speak to people, how I understand what they say to me. Yeah, so here I say that there is no way you can control that. And also we are going to be like truly free city, so people can talk about anything they want to. Yeah, of course we won't allow them to talk about like drugs, whatever, wars, something which is not normal. I mean, no, we are
Yeah, see,
not
that's
welcoming.
the tricky part of things. So there's going to be some kind of um, making sure that the kind of the so-called right content goes out, right? But
Which
then
is
Web
trying to
three is,
like safe for everyone because even the teenagers can join it. But of course, there will be some chat rooms which are not going to be available for them because of the age restrictions, and it's normal. I don't want my daughter who's 5, and even if she would be 12 right now, I don't want her listen about politics or sex or something like that. No, she's too young for that. And yeah,
that's
this
the
is
thin
why I
line, because
say,
in Web three, we're talking about like decentralization. So all information is supposed to be available to everybody, and there shouldn't be restrictions, and there shouldn't be censorship in the way that we saw in Web two, right? So how do you guys would manage that?
well, there will be list of sensitive words. And if someone reports, then we're gonna check if that was really mentioned in the conversation. Then we're probably gonna restrict that user for a while. Because, I mean, honestly, in this world, we already have so many difficulties and problems. Me personally, I really wish it to be a happier and safe place for everyone so that everyone can discuss everything but do not promote any harm to others. Yeah, I like, I'm from Russia. I know what's going on there because of that conflict, and it's like two sides, two different opinions on each side. No, I think that those kind of topics should not be discussed like super intensively.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's still going to be, I think you've said some keywords over here, which is it's going to be a happy and safe place for everybody, not necessarily like toxic positivity, because even positivity can be toxic these days, I believe. So, but it's going to be a safe space for everybody to take part in and engage. What other opportunities do you think there are in Web three? And as a builder, as a chief marketing officer, and you've been in marketing your entire life, how is marketing different in Web3 as compared to what it was in Web 2?
I've been thinking about it a lot actually, and when I started like my grown adulthood, it was already like 2015. So I was really thinking a lot about those opportunities Web 2.0 brought to people, and they were like thinking about, oh no, this is not gonna last forever. I'm not taking that. But then they realized that this thing is staying with us forever and it's gonna be improved. So the longer time it takes you to understand it, it will be more difficult for you to benefit from those. So right now, we can repeat the success of Web 2.0, but we can multiply that. Those who will see those opportunities and grab them, he will grow super fast and quickly and easily because of him or her having that kind of experience and like, let's say, mind. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very interesting. And I believe a little things are a little bit more reversed, right? So brands used to be just building stuff according to what they think people want, but right now in Web3, the people actually have an opportunity to decide what they want and tell brands what direction that they're
Yes.
heading towards. So a lot of things are spontaneous at the moment. So that's why one of the trickiest questions is, where do you see, or ask any Web3 brand or a project, where do you see yourself in the next year? And they can't answer it because it's such a quick market, ever evolving. But at the same time, it's so spontaneous, even when it comes to marketing and social, because you tend to always have to listen to people with what they want and then deliver it to them immediately.
And it actually makes it easier because I don't need to think about what people want me to do. They will tell me what they want. Then it's just a matter of time how quickly I'm going to deliver it to them. That's it. This is
Yeah,
like a good part of it. But yeah,
I
you
love
need
that.
to have like super fast.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that part will be taken by someone else.
Yeah, I love that, because what you said reminds me of a relationship, like a bad relationship where people are always second guessing or guessing what their partner wants. Like, they're not communicating to me, and then they're not telling me what
Yeah.
they want. I think this is what they want. But when somebody actually tells you, you know what? Shut up. Don't think about what I want. I'll tell you what I want. This is what it is.
Yes. Yes. Actually, yeah. It was such a surprise for me that your partner can actually talk to you and tell you what he or she wants. That was like, wow, I've spent so many years on this earth.
Yeah,
Now you're
yeah.
telling me.
Yeah,
So
now
yeah,
you're telling me you did not like the pasta I made. I've been making it for 10 years. Why didn't you just
yeah,
tell me?
why the hell did you smile to it?
So now we know exactly what they want. It comes with an added responsibility, of course, then with marketers to always have their eyes and ears open, and at the same time delivering it with creativity. Well, I believe going forth, it has already been an exciting space, and it's only going to be a very exciting space. And before we wrap this conversation up, is there anything else that you want to add today, Anna?
Uh, yeah. So first of all, I'm super glad that we are having this kind of conversation, and I'm super excited to know that there are some projects like Brava on the market who not only cares about the profit, and they are bringing, like, guys, you are bringing value to this community and you are educating people, and that's make you are super different from most of the projects who only like there to buy and sell their tokens without utilities and then escape in a couple of months. Yes, so I'm super honored to talk to you today. Thank you so much.
The pleasure is mine. I love speaking with founders and creators. For me, 45 minutes, 1 hour conversation that we have is always a brainstorming session to me, because I love picking people's brains, like smart people's brain. And, we never know what could come out of this conversation that we had, just between both of us, or the people who have been watching this conversation, or maybe we inspired just one person who say, you know what? I am going to upskill myself and start doing something interesting. I'm going to contact Anna and ask her what opportunities are there. I'm going to ask her how can I be a marketer in the Web3 space? And I'm sure that you would be more than open to answer such questions. And coming to that, how can people reach you? What's the best way to reach you?
They can always hit me in Telegram, but yeah, like as I mentioned before, too many chats. So don't hesitate to send me as many messages as you can if I don't reply, because I'm always there. I'm always online, guys.
How do
So
we find you on Telegram? Your ID is
my ID is MALIB and triple E. Mali B. Yeah.
MALIB and triple E, Himali B.
Yep.
So it's like Malibu, but it's Mali B. Is that right?
It's Mali B, right?
Yeah, that's how
Or you
you.
can always find me in any of the group chats of FreeCity. Yeah, I'm there
Yeah,
as an admin. And yeah, please be aware. I should be on list of admins, otherwise it's just not me. Yeah, so feel free to contact me. I'm gonna be super happy to talk to you.
yeah, or else you can always jump on Brava Discord. Ask me how do I get in touch with Anna. I'll be very happy to pass your details on to her if you're someone who's really serious in changing the way that you're working today and you want to explore something really different and you want to work for an organization like Free City, which is really changing the way that we engage with social media and trying to reward us for all the effort that we put in. So much love and so much positive vibes to you, Anna. Thank you very much for your time and for joining us today. It was an exciting conversation.
For me too. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening.
And all of you out there. So until the next time, we see you in one of these live AMA conversations from Brava. It is CryptoDragonis signing out with Anna from Free City. Cheers and bye. Have a good one.
Good night.